Yep, it's the VW again. Wow, why is that blurry? I need to check this camera because it is not focusing very well. Anyway, obviously we're back on the VW. Now, I know this video will not go out until after Christmas, after the New Year, but it is actually that little bit of a gap between the two, so yeah, don't know what day it is, don't know what's up and what's down or whatever, but we're here and we may as well get on doing a little bit of work. Now, you notice there I do have the door pulled out. I actually pulled that out before the holidays, because I think what I'm going to do is next couple of days I'm just going to work on this door. I've got the side door pretty much all done. It needs epoxy and it also needs, what else does it need? At this point I've pretty much got the side door all done, but it does need some sealer on it, epoxy sealer, and it also needs all around the edges of it and everything, and the internal parts of it painted white. I do have the white paint now. And I'm going to do the same thing on the front door. Get these two done, get them completed, then I can get them mounted. There's no reason why I can't mount them. I will also clear coat all of the inner frames and everything on them, so that will be basically complete. They'll pop on there, and yeah, I'll do a bit more work down that side. I'd like to get all the white done, the upper part of the white done, right down to that back corner, that back quarter, and yeah, that's the goal in this video. Whether it'll happen or not, who knows, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get the tent sorted out. I don't know. That doesn't look too good over there, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's get the tent sorted out. Let's get a working area set up, and yeah, we'll get to dismantling that door. Well, here we are again with the old story. Half the morning spent just fixing the tent. Yeah, trust me, this is getting old. This is getting very old. Leg on the far corner has collapsed, so I thought moving back here to the house, things would get a lot easier with the tent, because we are a lot more sheltered. The problem is, what's happening now is we're getting like the wind coming down the driveway, so it's not hitting it from the side like it was with back at the shop. But someone's cooking bacon sandwich, it smells great. Anyway, I digress. Instead of it blowing it sideways, it's moving it back, and what's happened is it's pushed it back and back and back, and there is actually a little raised area behind the van, and the legs gotten wedged up against it, and it's kind of went kink like that. So yeah, you gotta love it. No you don't. No you don't. Anyway, let's get on. Okay, so I've got that leg repaired now. I'm just on making another bucket support there. So anyway, I'm not going to cover the tent anymore. At the end of the day, you hate to see things with the VW. Not my 157th video on how to repair a tent. But anyway, just as a little update, I said earlier that I have got the paint, and calm down. I did go back and forth on the actual shade of white. I didn't want something too bluey white, but I didn't want something too cream. And I sprayed up a couple of several test panels. I didn't actually record those. They were done when I was overworking on the Transit, and time basically. You know, I just wanted to make a quick decision and then go buy the paint. So anyway, the white, this is what I've come back to and I've eventually settled on. And why is my camera just refusing to focus all the time? I don't know. Anyway, it is actually a Mercedes colour. Doesn't have it written on here this time. Oh, that's. Oh, there you go. Can I get the photos? I'll take a photograph of it and post a photograph. But it's basically W2000 WO200B plus C shade, and it is a Mercedes Polar White. So yeah, I'll take a photograph of that and stick it in later. But yeah, that is the colour that I've finally settled on, and I'm happy with the decision. It's the one that I originally bought for the Transit, and it was a bit too vintage for the Transit, I felt, and I did a little bit. I actually used one of the test pots that I had just to blow over the inner frame around the front and everything, a little bit around the windshield, and I just really like it. You know, I think with a nice vintage teal or maybe a green, I think this is going to look really, really cool. Now, I'm still not 100% on the actual lower shade, but I have seen a mint green that it's kind of on the border between a mint green and a really, really light teal. It's kind of in that ballpark. You could describe it as either. I'll see if I can find a photograph of it and I'll stick it up, but I really like that colour, and I think that is most likely what I'm going to go with. So I may even do a rendering, who knows. But yeah, for now, that's the white, and that's what I'm going to be concentrating on getting on over the next few days. So yeah, anyway, I'm back to working on the tent, and I promise I'm not going to mention it anymore other than to bitch about it when it blows down. But yeah, let's get back on with things. Okay, now that all the drama's over and I've got the tent sorted, I think the first thing I'm going to do is just start stripping everything down on this door, get the glass out, all the mechanisms, and then it's just going to be several days of just sanding basically. It's overall it seems in fairly decent shape. You know, there's no, I mean there's rust down here, but it seems solid. It's full of junk there which I'll try out, but yeah, I think right now as it stands it's looking okay. So yeah, I think I'll just grab some tools and then we'll just start dismantling, just see where we get. That mirror, that window up there, that quarter light, I will have to have a look to see how they come out, but yeah, let's just dive in. Well, so far so good. I've got this window, it's loose anyway, off the mechanism. Obviously it'll get all new rubber seals in there, but yeah, so I think I've got a runner here which kind of ends under there somewhere, and this one on this side seems to come all the way down. So I think what I'll do is get these tools out, move the window all the way down and just see if it pops out on that side. If not, there's a bolt I can feel under here somewhere, right just under there. Actually, that will slide the thing now. Look at that. Oh, look at that. What do you know? You can slide that out of the way and the bolt's just there. Huh. Never mind, I'm having a moment. So I might just whip that bolt out and just see if we can get this window out. Yeah. Okay, so I've referred to the manual and it looks like I may have to loosen this off first. So yeah, this frame here may have to come out. So there's a bolt in there, and then there's the rubber seal to come out. Then apparently you can tilt that and out she comes. In theory. Let's see how that translates into reality. Okay, so I've got the trusty old seal out from around there, and we appear to have in there, just there, a Phillips screw. So see if we can get him out, and then I think this should just pop out that way. Yeah, I think. It's coming out, but yeah, I think I need to replace that. I think that's beyond repair. So yeah, whatever. Something had to be destroyed on these doors. I mean, yeah, oh well. Okay, there we have it. Got both pieces of glass out. What I'm going to do next is put these away somewhere very safe, because I don't want to be replacing glass. Unfortunately though, the stainless steel trim that goes around the edge of the door didn't come out as easily. And it just, yeah, try as I might, I just could not get this out in one piece without it ending up bent, but unfortunately that's the way things happen sometimes. So we can now start popping other bits out of here. I'm assuming that what we got down there, this doodah here, it's a screw in there or something. Looks like it should be, but this track here, I'd like to get this out and get that. There we go. That's him. Come out. Ow. Finger's stuck now. There we go, that's him out. So I will put some tape on this and actually write on him what he is. So now I'm hoping that we can get into the door handle, the rest of the mechanism. I have got the mechanism, like the actual lock, I want to have it loose, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to get my. I can feel everything moving around here, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to put the camera down and just get my hand in and just see what I can feel around. But yeah, that's really it. This door mechanism and the exterior door handle, and then we're ready to start bodywork on this door. Whoopee! Okay, so door handle popped out, not too bad. This bolt here was a bit of a pain. Obviously these will all get replaced. But yeah, this handle will clean up nicely. The actual chrome on it's in decent shape. So all I've got left to do now is this internal handle, which I've already got loose there. Here's loose up at that side, and I just got to pop this clip off here, and then I guess the cable releases one end or the other, and then we'll just slide them out, and that's basically it. There's not a lot to these doors, thankfully. Hinges are actually welded in, and I think you just, if you need to replace anything, you can just pop that pin out. So the actual hinges on this door are excellent anyway, so I'm not don't need to mess with that. But overall, there has been a little bit of welding done there. But no, this is a pretty decent door, to be honest. There's a bit of welding being done around there, but I can tidy all that up. But overall, this is not a bad door. It's actually better than I thought it was. I thought it was a little bit more rotten everything in it. Other than the window frame itself, and obviously the stainless steel trim. it's not a lot I've got to replace on this. So yeah. Anyway, let's get this mechanism out, and then I can get this all packed up, get this glass put away, and then just, yeah, we'll break a sander out. Okay, that's it. Wasn't too bad. Once this handle was released, you could just basically just turn it, and it popped off the rod. Then the rod, where we at? Clipped on just there again, just put the screwdriver under it, popped it, and it popped off there. Then here, it's just basically like a little metal clip that goes like that over the rod. And when I'm putting it back together, you'll see it anyway. But yeah, it was just a case of just putting the screwdriver under, flipping the edge of the clip, and it slid along the rod, and the rod dropped out of the mechanism. So what I'm going to do with all these mechanisms though, when I get closer to actually reassembling everything, I'm going to basically dump them in a bucket of degreaser, get them all nice and clean, and then soak them for a few days in some light machine oil, just to let it soak into all the little nooks and crannies and all of the little whatchamadoodles. So, but that's it now. We're all stripped, and we can start putting it back together. Well, putting it back together, yeah, I wish. We can start sanding. Obviously, taping all of these together for now, and just marking everything up. I mean, the glass is pretty self-explanatory, but you know what, let's just make it easier when I come to reassemble it. But yeah, the door's set in place, so what I'm probably going to do is just, I think I'll just start on this corner, just work my way around this bottom edge for today. It is getting a little bit dark out here now. I mean, it's still light enough to work, but and obviously on the camera it looks bright daylight almost. But yeah, I'll just, you know, just work my way around, just see how much I can get done before it gets too dark to see what I'm doing. I do have lights, but you know, it's been a long day. I've been out here a long time, and yeah, I'd like to get some sandpaper. I'd like to just get some sanding done on it, so yeah. I'm starting to get there. A few little bits here and there. That's a bit ugly. I'll do a better repair on that. And there's I think there's this corner I saw somewhere. Yeah, just there. And overall, the rest of the door's in pretty decent shape. I've had a repair here, which is not bad. Again, get all this cleaned up. But yeah, I think tomorrow is going to be the day of just getting it and just sanding, repairing, sanding, repairing. Wish I had access to a sandblaster. I'd like to sandblast some of this in there, but I'll wire brush what I can. I'll hit it with the rust neutralizer, and it'll all get sealed up. So you know, it ain't ideal, but it'll keep the door nice for a long time to come. Actually, I wonder if I can. Oh, that's something I just realised. I have not taken everything out because there is the window winder. I don't think I really need to take that out. Nah, I don't think I need to take that out. I'll see tomorrow. You know what? I'll see how it works out tomorrow. But yeah. Anyway, I think it's that time. It is getting dark here. Yeah, like I say, it looks a lot lighter on the camera, but trust me, it isn't. So I think I will wrap it up. It's been a long day. I mean, obviously, the first thing I was doing this morning was messing about with the tent. So I've only really had half a day on this, but yeah, that's how it goes. So that's it for tonight. I'll be back in the morning. Well, it's definitely morning again, and we're back at it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is raining. Yeah. So that means it is basically about as light out here as it was yesterday. And yeah. Anyway, let's get the sander out, and we'll may as well just start sanding. Well, we are getting on there. It looks terrible at the moment, but yeah, basically on the inside here, all I'm really concentrating on is getting rid of rust, and just any little areas where the paint's flaky, anything like that. I mean, it's going to be covered by the door card, so don't have to go too wild on it. It's mainly like edges around where you do actually see it. That needs to be finished to a much higher standard, but yeah, so far it's going along quite okay. Okay, so I've got this bottom end completely done. So it's all sanded. A few little repairs have been made, and it's been hit with the rust converter, the neutralizer. Then I've just given it a coat of encapsulator. That should keep that door good for many years to come. Anyway, I'm going to let that flash off for a little while. Then I'm going to spin the door around and then work on the top inside frame around the window. I was hoping to actually get the whole interior primed today, but obviously for this it's I don't know. And I have actually, I know I said I wasn't going to mention the tent again, but I've actually made a section that will lift up. Problem is, it's not really designed to cope with rain. It's just meant just as basic pop-up front. So I don't know. I would like to get some primer on this, but we'll just have to see how it plays out. Well, I'm going for it. We find as long as the wind stays down. So yeah, let's get to it. Well, there we go. So what I'm going to do is just leave this to dry overnight, and then tomorrow I'll be able to flip the door over and then start working on the outside. There are some repairs that need to be made to the outside, so obviously I'm not going to get to painting that tomorrow, but I think this is a good step. I've gotten this door exactly where I wanted it today, so that I'm happy with. Well, it's the following day and everything's dried quite nicely there, so I'm just going to get the door flipped over and really start taking a good look at the exterior, the outside of it. Well, I've got it spun over there, and vast majority of the doors, a little bit of work needs doing down there, just straightening it out, but yeah, same down there. The majority of the doors actually in very good condition. Bit of a low spot there, but yeah, overall, only real bad bit is up here. So we do have a bit of rock there, some metal separating. That's the mirror mount. Need to figure out how that comes off actually. But rest of the frame is in pretty solid condition. It's mostly just around here, this area here. So what I'll probably end up doing is a bit there as well. It's actually, yeah, I'll put run a bit of weld there and cut this out and replace that. But yeah, what I'll probably do is sand this back so I can get a nice profile. Then I'll just make a piece and just pop it in, probably take it from about here. It looks like it's had a bit of rust in it, and rather than actually treating the rust, someone's just put Bondo over the top of it. So yeah, the usual old school way of fixing things for someone else to fix later. But you know, I've said it many times. It is what it is. You know, it's a bit of archaeology with these old vehicles. You know, it's sometimes you find good repairs, sometimes you find bad ones. It's the nature of the beast, as they say. So yeah, there's a good bit more work to do on this before I actually get the door ready to the point where I can stick it on the van. But I think, therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to call this video here. It's yeah, I thought I might have gotten one full video of getting the door repaired, but you know, I didn't, so that's how it goes. So there we go, first video of the new year. It's actually technically January the 1st today, and yeah, I'm out here messing about with the van. Hangover and all. Didn't say that. Anyway, there we go. Hope this turns out to be a good year for everybody. And yeah, have a good one. Come back and see me sometime.